Okay, you guys, I have a bunch of cotton candy left over, and I think I finally figured out how to melt this stuff properly so it could be edible. So we're not heating up anything this time, but we are going to melt this cotton candy with a little bit of water. Now we're going to add some clear syrup to the cotton candy mixture to thicken it up. Throw it in the freezer for 24 hours in this bottle. Okay, you guys, it actually worked, but I don't really like the flavor because I just don't like cotton candy, but it works. I don't like cotton candy, but I found this Kool-Aid one, so I'm going to mix it with some Kool-Aid syrup, and maybe it'll taste good. But look how watery it is. I'm going to have to heat it up and condense it. And here's the cotton candy. It tastes pretty good. It tastes like blueberry. We're going to heat it up into a thicker syrup. It's all done. Now we're going to freeze it in this bottle. I froze it for 24 hours, and it froze solid. It tastes pretty well. It tastes like cherry Kool-Aid. It just doesn't freeze very well to have that satisfying honey squeeze. That was way too watery. Let's try it again with something else. I don't have a Coca-Cola bottle, so I'm going to be using this, but I got the new Cola Sour Patch Kids. First of all, if you haven't tried these, they're super delicious. We're melting them with some brown syrup to unlock their flavor. Once they're pretty much melted, we're going to add some edible glitter. Now we're adding a bunch more Sour Patch Kids. Freeze it for 24 hours. To be honest, it doesn't taste like anything, so I'm going to try and make it again, but it did look pretty. I got some Jolly Rancher flavors that I've never heard of before and some Starbursts. Let's start melting them. We're going to be melting some of these new Jolly Rancher flavors, but we're only going to be melting some of the clear ones. Add some clear syrup. Now we just mix the pineapple ranchers with the syrup. Let it cool off. And we're going to add some Starbursts to the bottle, and we're going to fill it with syrup and then freeze it. I froze it for 24 hours, but as you can see, it's already a fail because the Starbursts are all at the bottom. It's not that bad though. It tastes like pineapple. So cotton candy doesn't make a very good frozen jelly. Okay, you guys, I just found out that if you melt all these airhead colors, they create a galaxy color. We have to melt one of each color in order for this to work. We just add a tiny bit of water and heat it up in the microwave for 30 seconds. Add some clear syrup, then add some edible glitter. This is how it looks. Now we just fill up the bottle and freeze it. And it's actually pretty good, but it's really sweet and it tastes a lot like grape. I got this ready to drink popping boba tea. You don't gotta make it or anything. We're gonna be turning it into a honey jelly. First, we gotta strain the boba to separate its popping boba. Now we're gonna heat up some isomalt sweetener and some powdered sugar. Then we add some of the boba tea. Add some red food coloring. Add the boba pearls to a bottle. The syrup is ready. Now we're gonna pour it into our bottle. Froze it for 24 hours and this is how it looks. The popping boba pretty much freezes solid, but you can still make honey jelly out of it. But it melts really fast, so I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, I accidentally left these in my car and they melted. But you know what? We're going to turn it into frozen honey. First, we're going to need to melt some powdered sugar. Now we're going to squeeze the juice out of the melted bottles. Add the juice from the bottles to the sugar. It's ready, but the color came out a little dark, so we're going to add some edible glitter. Adding it to a little bottle and we're going to freeze it. To be honest, it just tastes sweet. Doesn't really taste like anything.